Alright, so yeah, change of tactics before you see, the entirety of this video, including the intro, blah 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 blah. Converting the rest of the whole bulk of the video, besides the intro, obviously, it's not working out. So if you get to that point in the video where I'm whittering on about the my voice underneath the image montage. Just ignore that. Those of you who see this video, because the conversion sites are being temperamental. Yeah, that's pretty much just it. I'm gonna put this as part of the video itself. So regardless, I hope you enjoy the video, and go ahead and watch it if you want.
Finidata. Alas, there is time for ruminating.
Hey guys, this is Lee the History Boy, and yeah, as the title suggests, it's another kind of crossover episode, ruminations into Knights of the Debate Table, ruminations episode. It's some inspiration in between kind of on and off job stuff, work stuff, checking in. Been working hard, or have I?
Working hard or hardly working, eh, Mac?
Yeah, Hope you, those of you out there, appreciate that little edited Shrek joke, and also the little Dusk Till Dawn joke, and it's relevant to the topic of conversation in a kind of jokey way. And this is about uh more well facial identification. What I mean by that is, earlier this morning I was messing about with trying out some AI apps. Most of them ethnicity and nationality guessing or verifying or whatever estimating software. and it is quite interesting. But you're seeing it right now if you're watching those of you who are watching this, that there are some results where you think, yeah, they could be in there, and then those that are kind of a bit on the ridiculous side, like Uzbekistani in my family. I don't think so. Somehow, in family line, Levantine is like Jewish, Middle Eastern Jewish stuff, which I can actually see because I actually do on my mother's mother's side. She was Jewish, but she was from well, her parents, I suppose, were from somewhere in the former Russian Empire, I suppose. But they say that the proper Hebrew Middle Eastern gene is in all, like they were proper staunch Orthodox Jews, from what my nan tells me. So from there's the whole faith, like nationality, I suppose. There's faith taking it on, and then there's faith built into how a family has built its identity, I suppose. Um, yeah, and then you're seeing. Um, I mean, nature of my vids when I do the my voice under the montage of images is that some may repeat or do repeat. But yeah, the nationality one, for some reason I got American Canadian. I can kind of see the Canadian thing, I suppose. Um, there was Spanish, Mexican, Indian. I'm less convinced, although I don't really rule it out with how weird ancestral findings go. But I have a doubt. I have a doubt about it unless my dad's mum's mum had a parent or a grandparent who was a an Indian bloke who passed as a white man, Hindu Indian, by the way. Um, I don't mean like you know rain dance. Yeah, 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 yeah. Although maybe that's a malign too. Going with the possible Mexican thing. Who knows? And the reason I take great interest in stuff like this and why this became a Ruminations Knights of the Debate Table episode is because mostly because not only just because of my mum's family line, that's slightly less interesting, but it's basically because my dad's line is a bit of a, how people say like someone's like a blank canvas. He's more like a grey sketch in terms of who his dad was, and he was born during the war, and there was a lot of people. It was a weirdly diverse time. It really was. Um, and then there's another one that you're seeing where it does it by nationality slash um, corner of the world stuff, almost like 23andMe, and it is that's debatable to how accurate that is. Has it stepped up its game? Do you think? Same with some of these other AI things. Um, yeah, that one was weirdly like the results my uncle got, my dad's brother uh, uh, got on 23andMe. Uh, British, Irish, Italian, Eastern European, whatever the heck that means. I don't know why they feel the need to generalise that. Um, most of it's Mediterranean basin on a lot of these things, or one or two is like, yeah, one is like Mexican, and they're already like a really like a mixed bag as well. So are Mediterraneans if you go back far enough. So are the Irish. not counting the back and forthness between the partial early urban myth that is the Black Irish, which is anything from Spanish Armada soldiers who went AWOL in Ireland and Wales, and also the slavery stuff that went on in the 1600s in Barbados with the black people and the Irish people when they kind of intermingled. I'm open to that, but you know, the Irish thing is kind of ambiguous in itself. Those who have more of a, I guess you could say, swarthy complexion. Who knows? That goes for Welsh people too. You had a lot of people over many years probably going in there and mixing and stuff. I mean, technically everybody's a mix of everything, but there's the difference between looking fully like a pure blooded whatever and someone who looks vaguely. Oh, there's a bit of da 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 in there. Like the joke on about Jessica Alba and Dwayne Johnson on Family Guy by that voiceover guy who's sadly no longer with us. But also there's the whole thing of when I used to be on Reddit, I got kicked off off and on for whatever. It's a good site, but their security rules are a bit the petulant. That's all I can kind of um, put it as petulant. Don't say to what you think too much. Um, but I did just out of curiosity to see if anyone would bite. I uploaded. I can't find it now, but take my word for it. And I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to look it up as an extra image for the video. So it's one of those r slash ethno type things. I can't remember. Anyway, if you're a Reddit user, you get the gist. And I got one comment back, and they said I look like a white Latina, whatever that means. But you know, also yeah. So I'm possibly, according to these apps, Serbian, French, Greek, German, Mexican. I'm surprised you like some Central American stuff didn't go up there. Um, like Uruguayan, and going back to the Spanish thing as well. During it would fit with the World War II thing of, also Montenegro. They were sort of neutral too, but all the same, they had people from those countries who witnessed operations and tagged along and blah de blah de blah de blah de blah. Um, but yeah, and also Montenegro was a puppet state of Mussolini's Italy for about 2 years, as you may or may not have seen on another Ruminations video, which actually I will put in the description as a reference if you want to check, if you want to have a gander at that. But yeah, I like one result that came back as, oh, you're either from Great Britain or Ireland, which is like, I'll take it. And then there was everything else, which is like, it's all right. The Mexican one's really interesting. I'm totally dismissing the Uzbeki thing, unless it's like my Jewish nana, great nana's family line, like she was like a Caucasus Jew or something. But um What do you think? Do you think there's a great difference between individual AI face verifying, face determining whatever softwares and people's perceptions, individual perceptions? Because I've been told I look like a French Canadian as well, and I've been told I look like I'm Irish and Italian. And then there's that geezer on Reddit that says I look like a white Latino. Latino, that's a mixed bag, tearing that. Um, and also how, yeah, because this is a nice debate at table episode as well. Um, Feel free to make a comment or two, whatever, in the comments section. Um, Now this is related to also another thing I saw on BBC iPlayer, which was the future with Professor Hannah Fry, and it was about the AI. That was about one of the episodes was about AI, and to start with, the guys who set it up, programmed it, whatever, uh, did the baseline for it. It identified, for example, black people, um, like purely, and what was interesting was I can't explain it at length. One, because I'm kind of running out of recording time, and two, it's a bit like a waffle on back and forth if I'm not doing that already. But it was, say if someone had a Caucasian person had a black uh, ancestor, even as kind of direct as somebody's granddad. um, the software would scan the black African genes or whatever, and just see them purely as a black person and not scan anything else, stuff like that. So yeah, how far do you think um, AI has gone in scanning ethnotypes, and also within ethnotypes, and also age. Age is also like an individual factor too, where people think it's like, oh, you look 20 or you look 24. I've had that, and pretty much the same thing, similar thing, kind of came up on that too. And you're seeing that time is relative, blah blah blah, as I always say. Um, Best one I got though, for some reason, I don't know why it made me so happy, even though I'm pushing 30. One of them, my facial age was 21. Pretty much a lot of people don't in my family don't really wrinkle. So maybe I do look 21. Maybe I could pass off as, if Timothy Granaderos can pass off as a early college kid at like 32, then there's hope for all of us. Well, those of us who have got nice skin. I think I've got nice skin. Loads of freckles. That's supposed to be like an ethno type thing, kind of blending in with paler skins too. Um, but yeah, if you're still with me so far and you've understood even half of the subject matter, uh, feel free to, as I said, have a good chin wag down in the comments section, and I'll put those references is in too, because why not? It's fun. Also hopefully bolsters views on my other videos. Oh yeah, thanks for the those of you who viewed my my two shorts. The one about the speaking of World War Two, slight alternate history of World War Two, and one I did for a bit of fun. The soundtrack edit of the to the opening theme of Oni Baba, which is loosely based off the Elephant Man. I also have it saved in my films playlist. I haven't watched it yet. I learned about that through John Landis's Monsters at the Movies, which is a great book. Anyway, as my nan says, I'll love you and leave you, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this crossover episode of Knights of the Debate Table and Ruminations.